everybody, it's Michelle and I've got another punch art project for you guys today, and I think you guys are going to like this one. We're going to be doing a frog, and I think this little guy is just so cute. And as you guys know, a lot of times for what I call punch art, I do use dies, but in this case it is all punches, so it is punch art in the true sense of the word. And I've got everything out here to show you guys what I've used. I went ahead and punched the shapes ahead of time just to save a little time, and I used a sort of swampy green color of cardstock, swampy green or a froggy green. You choose whatever color you want to use. But I have 3 ovals here, and those were punched out with my McGill punch here, and it does punch 2 shapes in the same punch, and I just stuck my cardstock into the end and only punched out the ovals so that I didn't have any waste. And on that it is 1.5 by 3/4 for the oval. And for the frog's body, I used a large circle, so he's going to be a really fat frog. That's a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and that is the EK Success. Also, I ran that through my Cuttlebug with an embossing folder that has a dotted pattern on it, and I will put links in the description below for most of these products, for all of the punches actually, where you can get those through Walmart is usually where I purchase my punches, but as you guys know, for those of you that prefer to shop with Amazon, I do have the Amazon store, and I will put links to these same punches over there as well. However, I'm not going to even give you guys a link to this dotted embossing folder. This is an unbranded folder that I got from eBay, and it shipped from China, I believe. Now, I have ordered unbranded embossing folders in the past from China that were pretty good. However, this one was not so great. It's very, very extremely hard to get it to go through my Cuttlebug. It's a little too thick for the sandwich that you need to go through the Cuttlebug. So it is really hard to crank that through there. So I'm not going to leave a link to this for you guys. However, I will find some dotted embossing folder links that I can leave for you guys to another brand. Probably the Doris brand is a brand that I know goes through the Cuttlebug perfectly, and I'll find a link to a dotted one for you guys and leave that for you. And then here I have used, for these shapes, I used my circle confetti punch, and I really, really like this punch. It has all different sizes of circles, and I was able to just punch from this for all of the components for the eyes for my frog. And there are all different sizes, however there is only one of each particular size. So I did have to punch twice for eyes, or anything that you're going to be using in 2s. You'll have to punch twice because you're not going to get 2 of the same size circle out of this. And I've got 2 in the green for his eyes. And let's see, I wrote myself some cheat notes on the back in case I forgot, and I did. This one is 5/8 of an inch. If you guys don't have the confetti punch and you just have individual punches, that way you'll know the sizes. This is 5/8. The white ones are 7/16, and then the black ones were 1/4. So if you have other punches that are those sizes or something similar, you can go ahead and use those. And this one here is not actually going to be part of our frog. I'm going to be using it for a little bit of stencil tracing. It was that largest circle on my confetti punch, and it measured at about 1 1/8. And then I used my little mini flower punch. I really love that one. It comes in handy for a lot of punch art. And I punched 2 of those flowers in green and 1 in red. I also went ahead and inked the edges. As you guys can see, it's a little darker around the edges, and I just took my Memento Bamboo Leaves ink and my little sponge pouncer from Walmart, and I just daubed on some of that ink and then just lightly brushed it around the edge like that, just to get a little bit of dimension on there so that our pieces don't all blend into one and they'll kind of stand out from each other. And then I also did that on the dots on this one, so he would look like he's got some warts or bumps on him. I thought that was really cute. And on the flowers, these are going to be used as his toes, and we're only going to have 3 of his toes showing, so I just inked up 3 of those. I didn't bother to do the rest, and I'll just set that aside also, and we can start adhering our frog. And I'm going to be using my art glitter glue to stick everything together, and you can also find this in my Amazon store as well. Okay, for our ovals, one of these is going to be his face. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do his face first. So then we're going to bring in the 2 green circles, and I'm going to kind of put those behind his face and space them out a little bit. And I want maybe just a little more than half of those circles showing out from behind that oval. I'm going to kind of use my grid mat there to help me get everything lined up. And then I can just take them out one at a time and put those back in the way I like them. Just a little bit of art glitter glue on the very bottom of that. And slide that under. And a little bit on his other one. And slide that under. And I do think it's important to leave just a little bit of a gap in between so that they're spaced out. And now for the rest of the eyes, I'm going to use my little jewel picker here to help me pick up those small pieces. I'm going to put a little dot of art glitter glue right where our oval meets the circle. Use my jewel picker to pick those pieces up and just stick those right on. And then I'm going to place the black ones down toward the bottom of the white ones. And just a tiny little dot of art glitter glue there. And again, if you don't want to punch out all these circles, in place of the white and black, you can just use Googly Eyes. And I have another example that I'll show you guys at the end of one that I made using Googly Eyes, and it's really cute. I think I'm going to shift those where he's looking off to the side a little bit. I think that's cute. Okay, and now I'm going to put his head on his body next. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the top of my fat circle and place his head right on there. And I'm getting glue kind of smeared around, but that's okay. The art glitter glue will dry clear. And I think that is so cute. Okay, now I'm going to work on his legs and feet. And I kind of figured out a little bit of a design here using my grid mat. And I'm using 6 squares here, 2 wide by 3 high, which is 1 inch by 1.5 inches. And I hope you guys can see. I'll zoom in a little bit to show you. So here in this little group of 6, I want to angle that corner to corner. And I'm just doing this to help myself get his feet lined up onto his legs the way that I want them. And remember, I told you we're only going to have 3 showing, the 3 toes that I inked up. And with this at an angle this way, I'm going to cut off one of these top petals that I didn't ink. Because otherwise, with the angle of his leg here, that petal would show. So I just cut that off. The other 2 are going to go behind and help hold the glue onto this piece. And his other leg, of course, will be angled the other way. So we're going to cut off the opposite of those top petals. And now with his leg at an angle, I want these 3 bottom toes pretty much straight so that this middle one goes straight up and down. And then I can slide that right up under there. And that's kind of the angle that I'm wanting to get. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on those 2 toes that will be behind. Or the 2 petals, I guess. They're not going to be toes if they're not sticking out. And that's how I want his foot and leg to go together. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to bring in my other one. Again, with my angle corner to corner. And the middle toe straight down. A little dot of glue on the 2 petals that will be behind. I'm going to scoot that up. Make sure my leg is still at the right angle. And my toe is, middle toe is sticking straight down. And now I've got his legs the way I want them. So now I'm just going to get him lined up the way I want him to be with those legs. And then I think I'm just going to lift that up and put some art glitter glue underneath. And some on the other side. And there is our little frog, and I think he is just so cute. Okay, and now for this piece that I told you guys about, I'm just going to be using it to help trace around, and I'm just using my Sharpie pen here with a fine tip, and I'm just going to hold that. You can freehand this if you want to, but I thought since I had so many punched out shapes anyway, I just found the one that kind of made the curve that I was looking for his mouth. Just place that maybe 1/4 inch up from the bottom of his chin there and trace around just that bottom section there so that I get a good curve for his mouth. And I think that is cute. And I think I'll leave it right like that. The other one that I made with the googly eyes, I did the little smile lines on the side. But I think he looks really cute like that right there, and I'm going to leave it. And now for the last thing, I want to show you guys what I'm going to do, if you haven't already guessed, with my little red flower here. I'm just going to cut off one petal from that. And that's going to be a tongue. And you don't have to do this part. I didn't do it on the other one, but I just thought it would be really cute to have his little tongue sticking out there. And I'm just going to stick that where it lines right up with that little smile line that I made for him. And wipe away my excess glue. And there you've got a punch art frog, and I think he is absolutely adorable. And then here is the one that I made with the googly eyes. And I think that's a lot of fun too. And I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this project. So you guys be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of my punch art frogs. I think they are so cute. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a like over on my Facebook page. And be sure to join our Facebook group, Craftie Minds, where you can share your photos if you make some of these or any other projects. We have members that share all different kinds of crafts, and they're all so much fun. Also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and don't forget to visit my blog. I'll put the links to everything in the description below, so be sure and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.